Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go over Soundhound. We did get a pullback today. That's good. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I know some of you are like, wait, how is that a good thing? A red day, we want it to just continue going straight up. We just want this to rocket. That's not how it works, unfortunately. It is behaving like a Bitcoin miner. It is absolutely volatile, up 10, 20, 30%, and then it drops 5%, not a big deal. But I will be looking to buy the dip, of course. We'll see what happens in the coming days, but we will be looking to buy the dip. I'll wait for it to come down to under $8. If it does so, maybe it doesn't. If this thing does not come back under $8, I would be very surprised. If that does not happen, then at that point, my goal will be to buy the breakout above, yeah, buy the breakout above 10. That would be the goal. That's what I would look for. Either play the breakout above $10 because that's where we got pushed down, or or buy the dip somewhere around under $8. That's what I would be looking at right now. I know some people are quick to pull the trigger. They probably bought this dip here, but if you look at the past, anytime we get a dip, we actually do end up going lower, and it gives us another opportunity or a better opportunity to add much cheaper compared to buying right now. So if history is going to repeat itself, we'll see it come down a little cheaper eventually. And then it'll make its next big volatile move to the upside. That's healthy. That's a good thing. What you don't want is this thing going straight up and then just as quickly comes straight down on a big red candle like that. That's not what you want. You don't want this thing drop from $8 to what, 4 back here. That's not what you want. You don't want to. Do you really want to be a part of a 50% drop? So it's better that it moves this way. That it moves, slowly but surely over time goes higher. That's what you want. Um, so I would anticipate at least one more red day or a sideways day, and we kind of just trade here between 780 and 850, and you would just look to buy dips at that point. Because the dip did get bought up down here. If we look at the smaller time frames, dips are getting bought over here under 780. So I'll mark that right here on my yeah, somewhere around there we're getting dips. So I'll just label that lower time frame dips. And this is the breakout. Let's just call it the breakout line. Like we have to break above that to go higher. We broke above it here. We broke out here, and look at that move it made to $10, which I called. I kept saying like it's gonna go to $10. It's an AI stock. I don't know if it's gonna be the next Nvidia and go to $800. I'm not gonna say something ridiculous like that, but it's definitely possible for it to go to 20. That's gonna be my next target. If Bitcoin miners can go to $20 like Mara, I'm pretty sure an AI stock like Soundhound can be worth so much more. But maybe not the best comparison. But you get the point. I have the conviction here. So yeah, I called out this breakout. That was a pretty easy bull flag breakout. I called out this breakout here. So now we're waiting for another breakout. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you think about it, how does a stock create new highs? How does a stock create new highs? It has to create higher highs. It pulls back, creates a higher low, and then it creates a higher high again because it breaks out. That's it. That's all there is to it. In order for a stock to continue higher, it has to create those higher highs and higher lows. And then you get your trend line support and then your trend line resistance. And you have your breakout line. Let me get a red horizontal line here. That's the fundamental pattern in the market. So there's your breakout, and then we would expect another breakout, and in order for it to go higher, it has to continue to do that. The moment it breaks that, we're either going sideways or we're gonna do the opposite, and we're gonna create lower highs and lower lows and start going lower. But that's not the case. I love stocks with that trend, and I'm here for it. As long as it's inside that pattern and as long as it's behaving like a Bitcoin miner with that kind of volatility, 10, 20% in one day, I mean, I'm here for it. So if you want to buy the dip for it today, go for it. But I'm gonna, you know me. If you've been following this channel, you know me. I can be patient. I can wait. I think there might be a better opportunity coming. If not, we'll just play the breakout again. So either way, we win, right? As long as it continues the trend, of course. Until it buckles that trend, no reason not to ride it. And that is my opinion. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe you have a different opinion, but if we switch over, I do read your comments, guys. We'll read some of the comments, but yeah, there's no news. There's no PR. Like I'm looking at news, PR, sec filings. There's nothing. It's just moving. I assume on hype. Uh, so there's no. I'm not surprised that it pulled back. You know, at some point it was going to pull back. People are going to take profits, and that's good. We've seen that happen already multiple times, and then it continues higher because it's worth so much more than where it's at, in my opinion. Maybe you differ in opinion. So let's read some comments. It's just catching up to where it should have been. Oh, it's going to catch up to more. It's still got. I think it's still got a long way to go. I'm thinking 20. If a Bitcoin miner can go to 20, I'm thinking an AI stock with what's in the future. I think AI. I mean, I think this is going to be worth way more. McDonald's is making a huge order of Sound. Should we hold? They went with Google. There must be something to this because it said it was only going to run with Nvidia. I'm hanging on for dear life and adding. Yeah, smart guy. Adding when it pulls back. I agree. Don't chase. Add when it pulls back. Why sell when you can? Yeah, I mean, look. If your strategy is to buy and hold, I don't disagree with that. Whatever works. Hey, look. We all make. This isn't a competition. We're all trying to make money in the markets. If you make money by day trading it, congratulations. If you make money by swing trading it, congratulations. Guess what? We all win. We all make money as long as it continues this trend. Who wouldn't day trade it, swing trade it, or hold it long term, right? So I agree. You know, do what you think is best for you. If you like to buy and hold, go for it, man. More power to you. Some people want that quick beer money. So you know, some people want that quick beer money. I don't blame them. Who doesn't like beer money? Got it at 5. We'll sell when it reaches next 19 next week. I love this guy. He's like 19. I was shooting for 20. Um, if it goes back, then I would just go long. Yeah, I agree. If I don't see anything wrong with that mindset. There's a conference next week, and apparently Sound is going to present there. That's why the rally. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense why it's rallying. We'll see what happens next week then when the conference happens. I'll keep an eye on that. That's good to know if that's true, which I'm going to assume it is true. Why would someone lie on the internet, right? Sell or bold? Sell or bold? I don't know what that means. I bought it 222 and have been holding since. Don't sell yet. There's nothing to indicate that it's time to sell. It's still like I just said, it's creating higher highs, higher lows. The only risk is I don't think there is a risk, honestly. It's not like on earnings it took a massive 50% dump. It's not like they're diluting. Now, if they dilute and do a share offering, that's going to hurt, but there's nothing to indicate any of that. So I think selling right now would be foolish. $10.14. Yep, it did go up to it went up pretty high. It hit 10 and then more, and then it pulled back. Again, people were going to take profits. That makes sense. I'm long diamond hands. So happy I hold it in the earnings damp. All in. Buy this stock, guys. Absolutely buy dips, guys. Yeah, I remember saying like the earnings on this stock. It doesn't. Let's look at earnings. Where's earnings? You'll notice on earnings it doesn't really have like a big gap up or gap down. It doesn't have like a volatile move. So earnings doesn't even matter. It doesn't. What matters is the trend. Earnings doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the share price like it does some stocks, where it just jumps up 30 or 40% to either side. So yeah, I held too. I'm like, I'm not gonna sell. My earnings doesn't mean anything. It's the AI hype we're riding, anyways, right? In my opinion. Stop trading this stock, invest in it long term. It feels like Tesla in the early days. Well, let's hope it doesn't become the Tesla in the nowadays, is what I have to say to that. It reached 9.65 after hours. 10. Yeah, it kept going in after hours. I was almost tempted to buy it after hours just to ride it up. But I sleep late and I wake up late, so I probably would have woken up to being down on my position if I had chased. Hell yeah, I got in. Yeah, that's nice, dude. Hopefully you're still holding. Really, the most important thing to keep an eye on is whether it's going to continue to hold this trend. Other than that, welcome to the channel, guys. There is a link in the description if you want to join the free. Oh, that's the premium. If you want to join the free Discord, there will be a link in the description below. If you want to join the premium, you can join that too. But to each their own. That's it for the video. Like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.